experiencing these blockages. You don't feel that you deserve the success, hanging on to an ambition, clinging on to a dream, or feeling eclipsed by somebody else's light. You feel that this person shines brighter than you. They could have negative emotions, jealousy, and envy. And that you're going to be able to get what you deserve, and it's taking a little bit of time, but you have to keep the faith. You're avoiding difficult conversations, emotions, confrontations. This is a trauma that is being ignored rather than explored, that you're using strange coping mechanisms to deal with all of your issues. You've been feeling trapped and dealing with all of these bad experiences, poor luck, thinking if things will ever improve for you. Not satisfied with your work, that you have these credit agreements, large amounts of debt, credit cards, lines of credit, that's leaving you with little money for yourself. Issues with your career, frustrations, panic attacks, unhappy with the work that you're doing, unsatisfied, disorganized management, feeling vulnerable, isolated, and humiliated. It could be a job that isn't suited to you, that maybe you should be doing something else with your life. Like and subscribe. Hello Virgo, and welcome back to Starlight Beauty Tarot for your November money and career reading. If you found this reading, then it's meant for you. This is a general reading and it's not meant for everyone, but a message might still be there for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment as it helps the channel grow. If you'd like to book a reading, you can send me an email found in the description or bio. Get comfortable, take a deep breath, ground yourself, and allow yourself to receive the wisdom the universe is ready to share. So let's dive in and see what the cards have to say. So we have here the World in reverse. And usually when it's upright, it means to enjoy your success. But here it's like you're ready to move on. You're ready for the success, but you're feeling the blockages. And you don't feel that you deserve success. So it could be something that you have right now, a mental blockage or an experience from your past that is creating this stagnant energy. So it's like you're hanging on to something, like an ambition. It's eluding you. So you have to redefine what you want in your life, adjust the expectations, that you're clinging on to a dream, right? And this could be affecting other people around you even, or that you feel like you don't have the light in your life anymore, that you feel eclipsed by somebody else, that somebody else shines brighter than you. It could be like negative emotions, envy, jealousy going on. Irritations. You're going to get what you deserve. It's just taking longer, right? So it's obviously that it's taking longer, but you have to keep the faith. Now we have here the Moon in reverse. And here usually it's like you're guided by these messages in your subconscious, the unconscious, right? And when it's reversed here, it's like you want to avoid, right? These messages, these emotions, confrontations, and you're not expressing anything or recognizing anything. So like you have here a trauma that is ignored, right? Instead of exploring it and trying to heal, which is probably the blockages that are happening for you right now. So if you're waiting for like a job offer, you're waiting for new opportunities to come your way, and these blockages are affecting you. That you're also ignoring the things that happened in your life, whether you caused it or not necessarily your fault. But again, it's something you haven't dealt with, right? The things that are going on in your life. You are coping in a strange way even, like these old patterns from when you were much younger, a teenager. And this could even be like substance abuse even. That maybe you're using this to cope with your issues. So it's like you're stuck in these weird patterns that you have. And it's like a daze or a fog that this is how you live your day-to-day life. And you're not giving this attention right now. So we have here the 8 of Swords. Okay. And that 8 is going to represent the stability and renewal for you, right? Also 4 and 4, the number for earth, right? And that you're trying to have, this stability here in your life. But it's like here you have to extricate yourself, that you are the hostage, right? That you see here that this is Pegasus here flying away, right? Because this person can fly away. You can walk away. But you don't see that you have the power to do so. You find yourself trapped in the situation. The blockages are constant here. And this is what we're seeing. Constant blockages that you are trapped, right? You've had lots of bad experiences, poor luck. And you're thinking if this is ever going to improve for you, that this is like causing you anxiety, stress, that you're unsatisfied with people in your life, a partner, an organization. So even like a job or something like that. So if you do have a job that you're not satisfied in your work, this could even be like you're trapped with credit card agreements, debt, lines of credit. That's leaving you very little money for yourself right now. That you have problems in your career. So I was thinking that from the previous cards. This one's revealing that to me now. That you have issues with your career. All right, that you're having issues intellectually and mentally. That you have frustrations, panic attacks, unhappy, right? To do the work. It's like you don't find it satisfactory, or it's unreasonable demands on you. Disorganized management. And this is common for a lot of people who have jobs, right? Some people are just grateful to have something to do or grateful to earn some money. And in these jobs, these organizations take advantage of people, right? So they put the work of 3 or 4 people onto one person. And I know it because I've also lived it. So this is a reality that happens for ages. Okay, so it's not just you who suffers through this. Everybody suffers through the unhappiness, and that may be like trying to find something else to do with your life, or something that makes you happy on the side even, right? If you can't find another job, do something that makes you happy on the side and distract yourself, right? There's many conversations going on. And it's like behind the closed doors, right? It could be even that you are paranoid, or that they're talking about you for real. That they're talking about you and they isolating you, or you feel vulnerable. So maybe this isn't a role that suits you, right? So that's what I'm thinking. It doesn't suit you right now. That like you're put under a lot of pressure to conform to, this business. Right? That this is a profession that you studied in, and it isn't what panned out to be. Like you thought it was going to be different, right? But if it's the type of work that you were looking into, and it was going to be stressful. All jobs are stressful. So this isn't something that is going to get alleviated, unless you find something else, and even then you could find another job. And it could still be stressful, right? So it might be the line of work that you're doing. That maybe you're just somebody who's sensitive, or it could be somebody creative, a light worker, that this isn't supposed to be for you. And, you're fighting, the real purpose of your life, that you should have done something else that would have brought you happiness, that you have to try to release yourself from these bonds, right? So it could be that maybe you felt humiliated or ignored. These people have attitudes towards you, or that you are suffering from an illness and incapacity. And it's not necessarily a disability or a permanent issue, but it's something that is causing you even to have a physical restriction. So the anxiety and stress, the panic attacks are not letting you out of bed. You feel safe and comfortable in your bed, and this is where you want to be, in a safe spot. And perhaps also to look into professional help that can help you at this time. So before we continue, I'd like to remind you to like and subscribe. Okay, so now we have here the moon upright, and this is an important psychic insight, events behind the scenes, and release fears that hold you back. So again, these are the things that are holding you back, your fears, your experiences, the trauma, the blockages, right? So in order to move forward, they have to release this. That's a decision that has to be made, right? So in order for you to move forward, you have to decide whether to stay in the safe space where you are, or to move beyond into a realm that is unknown to you. So that is something that you have to decide to do, right? And this is where the blockage is, because that decision hasn't been made yet. And then here, 9 of air, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. So you're not sleeping at night. You expect the worst. It's like a negative Nancy. Nancy was an actual person who I did meet, and she was a negative person. Not necessarily unpleasant. She was funny, but negative, because she blamed everything on herself. If somebody else did something, she put it on herself. She was negative. Something bad happened. Right, so that's why I called her Negative Nancy, because constantly being negative, right? So expecting the worst case scenario, right? And when you put that energy out into the universe, it's like, this is what's coming back to you, right? Instead of saying like, I deserve the best, or I'm going to get a new job that pays well, or like, this person cheated, right? So she blamed it on herself that this person cheated, or like, instead of like confronting the person and dealing it with in a different manner, she expected him to behave that way. And then here, Queen of Fire, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So just like here we had with the Pegasus in the 8 of Swords, right? That instead of being tied up and blindfolded, that the feet were still able to move. Here, the Pegasus, it's like you can still fly and stretch your wings and be free. But the mental blockages, or the blockages you have, aren't allowing you to do that. Here it's saying that you underestimate yourself. That is the reason why. Helpful people. So there are people in your life that are willing to help you. This could be family and friends. Choosing a new direction, like we were saying in the cards, that this could be an opportunity for you to do something that will make you happy. Go back to school, find a course, or a job, or something that makes you feel happier in your life, or even, like I said, hobbies and distractions that can bring you joy. In the near future, you're going to have a recovery. So you are going to deal with the issues that you have to feel better. Improving health, which is important, the anxiety, the panic attacks, right? And here, looking for a sign from the universe, from the divine, to guide you in the right direction. We have here, new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. So this is about your dreams and romance, soulmate, the poetry of life. There's going to be a new start for you. You're going to be feeling connected to something and somewhere, of having like your head in the clouds, right? So this is like the dreams and desires that you have. Right, that there could be like maybe confusion right now, disappointments because of what you've dealt with before and what you're expecting, that self-fulfilling prophecy of the negativity here. You have to be thinking of good things, the wish, the words from your soul, your heart, to bring about the manifestations of your dreams. So this is why it's like the watery signs, right? To bring in this flow of magic towards you, right? And this is like a last-ditch effort to make the dreams a reality for you, right? That you have to use your feelings to guide you, right? It's not about logic. You have to face your fears, that these are holding you back. The situation is going to be healed for you, but you have to just surrender. You have to surrender to the divine. You have to avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. So there could be somebody around you who has power over you and is deceiving you or telling you what to do. Okay, so we have here loss. Sometimes you learn true offerings through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's, right? So what is the plan of the divine for you? That if you are somebody who has lost a job, lost a person in your life, that this could be what is bringing you down at this time. That is difficult for you to move on. Right, that you have to make the offering to the divine, an invitation for new beginnings and new opportunities, right? That there is a plan for you and this is coming. Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you are the one passing. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying and control the whole universe. So here perhaps you are the one trying to control a situation, a person, right? The people around you. And in the end, you have to be the one to surrender to the fate, to the divine and to the plan. And that you're going to have to deal with this. This is why you had suffered so much. That you were the one who felt like you were the one who was lost. Not necessarily that you lost someone, but you were lost in the process. So that could have happened too, that you were the one who felt lost. There's going to be an awakening for you. Wake me from life as a spiritual sheep, and may I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. So you are going to be hearing from the divine to guide you into the right direction that you're meant to go, to make the dreams that you want a reality. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me for your November money and career reading, and I hope the insights you've received bring you clarity, inspiration, and guidance. Remember, the energy of the cards can guide us, but it's your intuition and actions that will truly shape your path. If you felt that this reading resonated, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with those who need a little guidance. Leave a comment about your thoughts and experience. You can also book a reading by sending an email found in the description or bio. Until next time, take care, stay blessed, and keep shining your light. Thank you for watching. Bye.